a dozen years, Capgemini's accelerated solutions environment has enabled organizations to get months of work done in just a few days' time. This unique and patented process enables large groups of executives to address issues ranging from strategy to detailed process work to cost cutting to new marketplace ideas. For some of the finer points about this capability, we asked experienced users to comment on how they got the most from the ASE.
If I was going to give an executive sponsoring an ASE one piece of advice, it's that they have to recognize that this session will be very different than perhaps anyone they had ever sponsored before. And for the people that they invite, they'll be participating in something which may be unlike the typical working session.
When preparing for an ASE session, really, I think there's three key things. One is invest the time with your team to be very clear about what it is that you want to achieve. Secondly, don't compromise on what you want to achieve. Really be clear about the outcome that you want to get. And third, make sure that you invest time with your business peers to make sure you have the right people in the room that can get decisions made and move you to where you want to go.
My advice, with respects to a sponsorship team is to make sure that it's the right size. Don't make it too big if it doesn't have to be. You don't have to have too many voices in the room. Keep it limited so that you're getting the right information and feedback into the design of the meeting.
I think one of the most surprising outcomes of the ASE was the number of ideas that were generated across the organization. I think everyone who participates in one of these is surprised by the number of people within the organization who've been working on the same problems with different concepts, different views, and by bringing them together, the ability to generate and synthesize those ideas, you end up with output and work products I don't think you would get from any other type of session.
I think it's important to go into the ASE expecting there to be ideas generated that you didn't think of going into the session. And CAP does a great job of framing assignments and questions for the ASE that lend themselves to generating those ideas.
The response of the participants to an ASE is also interesting. One of the first things you always hear is, it is a lot of work. They need to be prepared to spend a couple of days buckled down, working intensively and collaboratively on these common problems. But everyone enjoys it immensely. They feel like they're heard, they feel like they participate, they feel like in just a few days they've created something that they have a piece of ownership of, and they can see the path for it being implemented in the organization.
One of the things that you'll notice about the ASE experience is it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster. People come in skeptical. The Capgemini folks tell you it's going to be a roller coaster. That doesn't help. As you go through the 3-day session, there's a lot of concern, particularly at the end of day 2. Are we really going to get what we want out of it? Day 3 is phenomenal. It has to be experienced to be understood. In the sessions that I've attended, uniformly, the people have walked away, sort of blown away with how the facilitation, how the methodology of the ASE moved them ahead on technical issues using a whole variety of tools that we don't normally use.
And it seems to me that the environment in a very short time of this 2.5 days has really helped us navigate that complexity, where I've seen in other meetings it could take us a long time to get through a lot of those issues to be able then to get down to the work at hand.
From the tangible benefit, we find it rapidly accelerates the projects we're going to have. So it can be months of startup activities can be accomplished near instantly. And a lot of the communication thrash, which typically comes from large multi-part projects, can also be greatly reduced, reducing the overall cost of getting to your goal.
Decisions, alignment, mobilization, rapid results on your most complex issues. Capgemini's accelerated solutions environment.